Alright, we're running out of ghosts. This is a good thing. One on the first floor. Two on the third. Who's the one on the first floor? Oh, the pants. Pants guy. Legless pants. Okay. And who are the two on the third floor? I guess we'll go up there. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, one is billiards guy. Chalk. The other one on the third floor might be Mrs. Gunn herself. She might be dead. And I know there's nobody in the kids' rooms. Pants and chalk. Legless pants. I can't imagine how we're going to do that. It's that old ropey dangler. Legless pants. Already read all this. maybe many puzzles are solved with the dictionary. Can I look up the definition of pants? Things stored in a pantry. Well, how about that? To strengthen both a soup and a balloon. This place is pretty picked clean now. Jeez. Alright, so maybe I should be smart instead of dumb. Are there gonna be pants in one of these drawers? Maybe. I can get more stuffing now. Am I going to... Alright. Where was he? Third floor? I'm on the third floor. Yeah. Earlier stream, I wrote the word boo on it. Okay. Challenge him to a game. Chalk up your cue and the ghost racks the balls. It's a close match. You have to consult that geometry book. That's why I have the geometry book. Just to work out all the angles. The game comes down to a fight for the 8 ball, and you manage to barely squeak out a win when the ghost catches an unlucky bounce off the corner of a pocket. Well, shucks. Nice shooting, Tex. He flips you a finger gun salute, winks, and fades into nothingness. Hooray! So there should only be... Where is she? Oh, whatever. Not you. One on the first floor, which is pants. One on the third, which I cannot find, so maybe it's Mrs. Gunn. Or maybe I've already seen them and forgot. Pantsless Pants Man. Let's go talk to him again. What's his deal? This way. I'm sick of your weird errand and also your weird face. I got stuffing. They didn't let me pick up extra stuffing before. Oh, this stuffing would be perfect for making a Stylander or a taxidermied turkey. I do oh? Do I want to use this on... Sure. Silented. It'll probably make a patoo when you shoot it. Alright, don't know if that changes anything. Oh, I see. They're letting me make multiple silenters if I really want to. What's the third thing I need? Stuffing, can... Is that it? Basement. This place bugs me still. I hate you so much, place. What's your deal? Let me go talk to him again. Actually, I did, and he didn't say anything. I looked up the definition of pants, and it said things found in the pantry, so... Where else has there been something unresolved? Do I have any? No. Oh, those notes are from a while ago. Oh, you know what? Let me look at each of the paintings. Were any of these paintings? It's still a fruit. It's still a fruit. Painting on all of this. Eyesight. Unknown fruits. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They do have two different frames. Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't know how I'm going to make use of this knowledge, and maybe it's nothing. The one surrounded by diamonds is R-A-T. Or, oh, well, the other ones have diamonds on the corners. That's S-I-T. Does the size of the letters matter too? The A is small, the R is bigger, and the T is the largest. And then over here, the T is the tallest, and the S and the I in the middle. Nice dance. Although maybe they're just random. The beat's got diamonds. That one's got the one diamond. Sideways diamonds. This is... Oh, man. It could be nothing. Alright, what... I'm wondering what it like. Do I have to examine them in a particular order or something? There's even diamonds on the door. Wait, really? That if that is a that seems too obscure to be a puzzle. But can it really be a coincidence that every floor has a painting with the diamonds at the borders and another? Oh man. I don't think it has anything to do with pants, so I'm not gonna... Am I gonna worry about it right now? Second floor. Three paintings here that are surrounded by diamonds. Cans, Banksy, and Mobius. None of those start with the letter R, which is what I was hoping for. Oh well. Nope. I guess it means nothing. I still feel haunted. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Did you realize it because of exclamation point hide? So I see you guys are going nuts in there. How the hell are you gonna make... Fight one more bowling demon. You've solved everything. My gosh. If I could combine the fancy pantry pants with something, that would be nice. It's not going to be some obscure inventory thing that I don't remember having. Oh, maybe I have to talk to him without pants on? Can't actually remove pants, can I? I can. Well, look, everybody walks around wearing no pants. Or maybe I give him ghost legs. Is that it? Do it on the pen. That's your solution to everything. I wanted to shoot him. Look on the bright side. I saved you some ammo. My rifle shoots accelerated protons. If we run out of those, we have a much larger problem. Well, just in case. Oh, and I didn't catch that before. Magimektek is the, it's from Kingdom of Loathing when you're in the Final Fantasy parody. There's only so many places a game like this could hide an article of clothing. You know, actually anywhere. I did try going into bedrooms to look in dressers. I don't know where else you would put an article of clothing except on my butt. There. Literally finite. It's true. If he wants legless pants, all he needs is a belt buckle. Don't I have one of those? Alright, you guys can give me a hint. Which floor? Which floor should I be on? First, second, or third? If you know. He's on the first floor in the kitchen. I do want to know. Because it's rough being down to so few puzzles. The third floor. Thank you. Let me go to the kids' rooms again. Didn't I earlier... No, you know what happened? You know what happened? I came up here, I searched the first room, I searched the second room, and then I came here, and I grabbed the chalk, and I went, oh, and then left, and then all this time I assumed that I searched all 3 rooms. Got it. And yeah, a lot of things were like that, where they go, okay, you're not... Your character can pick up this item, but they won't because there's no reason to have it. How about this skirt? Look, I understand the genderization of clothing maybe shouldn't be a thing, but I'm kind of old-fashioned. Did I say skirt? I meant kilt. What's a kilt? It's a special kind of foreign legless pants for men. Here, try it. The ghost tries on the kilt. Hey, that's really nice. Thanks a lot. With his pants problem solved, he dissipates into the ether. Good luck. I do feel significantly less haunted. Did you get rid of all the ghosts? We sure did, ma'am. Actually, my scanner says there's still yes, ma'am. All ghosts accounted for. Well, that's splendid. Come right on in. Well, now, I sure didn't expect Mrs. Gunn to be a ghost herself. You know, Susie, I'm surprised we haven't run into more ghosts. We've seen our share of disasters. All the ranchers, you mean? Well, I suppose a body gets killed by cows. Might as well haunt a tornado, you know? Yeah, I guess you're right. Now you mention it, I'm real glad we haven't run into more ghosts. You knew she was a ghost all along? I had my suspicions. You must be more in tune with all this narrative stuff than I am. Yeah, you get used to it. Hello, Mrs. Gunn? Hello, Mentor, was it? Thank you so much for getting rid of all those ghosts for me. Yeah, about that. Turns out there's one left. Oh dear. Well, I'll need you to take care of it before I can pay you. Oh, don't worry. I intend to. No. Mrs. Gunn, we got some real bad news for you. Well, what's that? It's you. You're a ghost, ma'am. Well, I'll be. When did that happen, I wonder? My condolences. Why, thank you. You're very kind. You know, this does explain some things. Like what? Well, I haven't had any appetite for months. Nearly a year, in fact. They keep sending food up from the kitchen in the dumbwaiter, but I've just been dropping it out the window and sending the empty plates back so the chef won't have her feelings hurt. Well, there's also the fact that you're translucent. Yes, I thought it was just cataracts. Mrs. Gunn, this prompts a question, you know. Oh, what's that? What do you want on your tombstone? Pizza! Why are you a ghost? Well, I'm sure I don't know. You're the expert. Perhaps you can tell me. Actually, that's me. I'm the expert. Do you have some kind of unfinished business that's tying you to this place? Well, now that you mention it, yes, I suppose I do. Not interested. Let's just fight. Do you mind telling me about it? My entire family disappeared a few years ago. My husband and 3 daughters. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm sorry for your loss. The sheriff suspected they'd been kidnapped for ransom, but nobody ever made any demands. They just vanished. I never found out what happened. I always thought they were taken away by ghosts. Why did you think that? I've always felt guilty about how many people have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun. All right. I used to worry that their ghosts would come back to haunt me. When I built this house, I had an electrical anti-ghost field installed in the walls of this room so they couldn't get in. No way! Awesome! Wait, doesn't that affect you? Well, I'm sure it would if I attempted to walk through the wall, but it never occurred to me to try. Aha. After Dan and the girls disappeared, I became so sure that ghosts had gotten them that I locked myself in here after donating the rest of the house to the Historical Society so that there'd be someone to look after the place. Now I feel rather silly about the whole thing. Silly? I mean, ghosts do exist, obviously. Well, yes, but now that I'm a ghost myself, I can sense the presence of other ghosts. And they only just arrived in this house yesterday or the day before. That was when I called for an exterminator. You know, I didn't even question how I knew they were here. But I don't think there have been any ghosts here before then. Why did they all show up yesterday? I couldn't say. They all seemed very angry and confused, but since they couldn't get in here, they gave up and started just wandering around the house. They gave up quite easily, actually. Maybe because you were already a ghost yourself. Well, Mrs. Gunn, what are we going to do with you? What do you mean? You did contract me for 13 ghosts, ma'am. You're the 13th. Oh, yes. Perhaps I could simply renegotiate the number with you, but perhaps you should go ahead and exorcise me, or whatever it is you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. A peaceful solution? What do you mean? Well, we can also release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you here. In your case, I guess that means finding out what happened to your family. Oh! Well, I would be very grateful if you could. I assume they're dead, and to be honest, I think I've gotten used to that fact, but I surely would like to know what actually happened. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Us. The sign on the case says, break in case of addict. You got an item. Attic opening stick. Oops. All of these books are about gun parts, such as thumb pieces, hand torsion springs, and organ stops. Oh. Triggers, extractor rods, and half-Nelsons. Elegant, but not ostentatious. You take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and think about the things you've done. A lot of those things were actually pretty cool. Alright, now to the... What? What? Not having a table in this room was not on the table. Here is where we get into the attic. Whoop. Oh, well, hi. Wait, what's this first? Boxes of old hats. They're old hat. More boxes and covered up furniture back there. This dresser is now dressed as a ghost. Ugh, that guy looks like he's been living up here or something. That's creepy as heck. Creepier than if he were an actual ghost? I mean, yeah? Yes. Yeah, on reflection, I agree. Who's that shady-looking fella? Don't look like one of the employees. I'm not sure, I haven't talked to him yet. From the look of him, I'd count my fillings before and after if I was you. This box just contains other boxes. Hey, who the heck are you? I'm Mentor Roulette, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out in Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel like you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just friggin' typical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. Am I supposed to have heard that name before? Yes, you damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention would have been nothing without mine. Wait, let me guess. You invented the bullet? I thought for sure you were going to say belt buckle again. Oh, shoot, now I want to change my guess. You're damn right I invented the bullet, but I was her assistant, so did I get any credit? Hell no. Sounds like you got an axe to grind. Not for much longer. Aw, jeez. Yeah, looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet, go ahead and tell us the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't much care for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? Well, I could just punch your face until it starts talking of its own accord. How about that? Well, it's too late for you to stop me anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Certainly not as much as not telling me would. When Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company and patents passes to me. But I'm no murderer, mind you. I like to keep my hands clean. But I figured there might be some people who'd have a bone to pick with her, considering the manner of death. You summoned all those ghosts? That's right. All it took was some basic seance equipment wired up to the house's belfry for amplification. A snap for a mechanical genius like me. But seance gear summons ghosts related to the summoner. That's the whole point of a medium. A person who knows how to direct the summoning on someone else's behalf. So you get to talk to your own grandma. Oh, okay. The whole point of a medium... Oh, is that why they call it a medium? Because they're like media, like they're the method by which you talk to a ghost. A person who knows how to direct the summoning on someone else's behalf, so you get to talk to your old grandma instead of the summoners. You don't seem like the medium type to me. More like a small, but that does explain something I've been wondering about. Oh? It didn't make any sense for all the ghosts here to be haunting Mrs. Gunn because some of them weren't killed by guns. but they were all killed by bullets. Natural, you're right, like the photographer guy, who's still a bullet in the gunpowder, so he wasn't killed by a gun. Clever. Clever. Didn't think of that. They only call psychics medium for size puns. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those. That's why I rigged this field with an anti-ghost... rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so the ghosts couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts who would initially be looking for you, but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you. Correct. And once they've haunted her to death, Gunn Industries will be all mine. Well, I hate to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead. On the bright side, she's been dead for a year, so you pretty much wasted your time. What? Really? I'm rich. Now I just need to get out of here without all those ghosts spotting me. Yeah, the ghosts are gone too. So you're pretty much in the clear. Wonderful. The anti-ghost field is pretty effective, but it was starting to make the back part of my brain itch. He flips a switch on an electrical device, and you suddenly become aware of the absence of an extremely low-frequency hum right on the edge of your hearing. There's something else I want to ask you about. Ask away! What happened to Mrs. Gunn's family? Oh, them. They've been out of the picture for years. I heard a rumor Dan got killed by desperados and buried in a shallow grave out in the backside of nowhere, but of course, I wouldn't actually know anything about that. Lucky for me, since I couldn't have inherited the company with him around, or their daughters. You son of a... Relax, the girls are fine. I'm not a monster. Pretty sure you are a monster. There's this weird little island... Are they in Kingdom of Loathing? There's this weird little island kingdom somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Apparently it's stuck in some kind of bizarre temporal field that keeps nearly anyone from entering or leaving. Can't even find the place if you don't know how. Fortunately, I know a guy who knows how, so I gave the girls 3 free tickets to Sleepaway Camp. Wasn't that nice of me? You're an absolute bastard. Aw, that hurts my feelings. Unfortunately, I'm about to have a whole lot of money to Oh, that hurts my feelings. Fortunately, I'm about to have a whole lot of money to console myself with. Why, you... Hold on. We should talk to Mrs. Gunn first before you tear this ass a new hole. Huh? I thought you said she was dead. Depending on what she says, you might be too. Dun dun dun. Yeah, something small, medium, and large. The size puns. Oh, Mrs. Gunn. I have good news and bad news. Go on. Chet Bullitt had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped so he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. He's also the reason all the ghosts were here. That son of a... I should have suspected something when he suddenly started being so ingratiating back then, and when he wrote off desperados on his expense account. I'd write him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. That's rather galling. What's the good news? He says your daughters are safe. They're just on a magical island somewhere that nobody can get to? That's not exactly comforting, but at this point I'll take it. Plainly, if he wanted to kill them, he'd have just done so. Wait, you spoke to him personally? Yeah. He didn't know you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic for the last couple days, waiting for the ghosts to kill you. What do you want me to do with him? I'll leave it up to you. I'm not in a state to make any reasoned judgment. In any case, you've answered my question, and I can feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. With a sad wave, Mrs. Gunn fades from view. Then, almost as an afterthought, the lock on her desk drawer pops open. Inside, you find a check written out to Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services, which Flo snags with a cha-ching and a blueprint. You got an item, Mrs. Gunn's blueprint. This blueprint represents what would have been the crowning achievement of Mrs. Gunn's career if she hadn't died before actually getting it into production. And I got an achievement. Was that the... Yes! Okay. Deal with all 13 ghosts of Gun Manor ghosts peacefully. So, I was afraid that I somehow ruined it with the chili, but I did not. I'm glad you was able to put her soul to rest. Ma's rifle is a gun industry special, you know. Wouldn't have felt right to kick her when she's down. It would have been weird to go, like... Okay, you bypassed a minor puzzle with your perk, but you didn't actually, like, kill the ghost. Alright, so can I... Yeah, you follow the directions on Mrs. Gunn's blueprint and construct her final gift to the world. Mrs. Gunn's opus. This is the best gun ever. This is the best gun Mrs. Gunn never got to make. You vow to commit so much violence in her name. Unfortunately, I'm not playing a Moxie character. I could silent it as well, but I do want to hear it go off at least once. Also, whatever this guy's deal is in the attic, he's gonna die really fast. It will be the easiest fight. Well, are we finished here? I've got a business to run. So what, I can just say, go on, get out of here without killing him? Nonsense. He's only got 28 hit points. What is this? I mean, there's crates of bullets here, sure, but what else? Who cares? Impervious to direct attack. Well, that does make things difficult, doesn't it? Okay, I give up. Chet falls to his knees. You decide to let him dangle for a minute while you rifle through his stuff. Neat. Okay. You beat the hell out of Chet Bullet and pitch him out of the window. That's the last anyone will see of him, and good riddance. Good. Well, that's it. You reckon you've brought some Reckonin to Gun Manor. Not the best possible Reckonin, mind you. Maybe there's a better way to deal with Chet? I mean, there definitely is a better way to deal with Chet. I don't know why I said maybe. Anyway, feel free to poke around the grounds looking for loose ends to wrap up, but you're pretty much done here. Oh. Now they gave me the... Oh. Holy cow, there are some really big bells hanging above you. This house has the biggest bells of them all. Science stuff for what's her name? Spirit radio. I know, it's... I'll maybe... Well, I was going to replay it on my own anyway and shoot all of the ghosts instead of solving their problems. Oh, you can set it to, like, we're going to play music. That's nice. That's a pretty good bell. I hope he comes back as a ghost so I can shoot him again. On research, you can't do the best thing to Chet if you kill all the ghosts. Thank you for that. Alright, so I guess I'll have to replay it twice. It's such a good game, I'm sure I won't mind. But that is it for tonight. Let's zip back over to Dirtwater real quick. Thursday, we'll finish up the rest of the game, just for the sake of completeness. And then Saturday is going to be... Oh gosh, what is it? The Messenger. right? Did we finish? We finished up the room 3, so we'll start the messenger, I guess, on Saturday. Or the thing that Odd Garrett, what's it called? DROD? GRRG? Something and something with an R and an O in the middle. Hidden bile. That works fine. I might, I guess, look into that. So it's either going to be that or the messenger on Saturday. I don't know yet. Thank you, everyone. I will see you later. DROD.